Hey, what's up guys, Nick here, and today I'm bringing you a brand new video, and in this one I'll be comparing Call of Duty Infinite Warfare to our beloved Halo. And you're probably thinking to yourself, Nick, why are you doing this? You know, there's no similarities, these are two very different games. Well, my good friend Reflex Halo, he actually tweeted out some pictures yesterday comparing the two games, and there's a lot of similarities, a lot of things going on that were pretty much exactly the same. So I thought it was very interesting, I thought it would make a very cool video to show you guys some of the similarities. So in the description will be a link to Reflex's Twitter and his YouTube, as he is the one that found all this stuff out, so it wouldn't be right of me to claim it as my own, as I did not find this, it was Reflex. So go check his stuff out, follow him on Twitter, check out his YouTube, he makes some very good videos, so big shout out to you, man, very well done on finding this. But in this video I thought I would just go through and show you guys some of the stuff that Reflex showed me on Twitter, and I found it very interesting. So it's some pictures comparing Call of Duty Infinite Warfare to Halo, showing exactly the same stuff. So first up, we have a map from Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. I'm actually not too sure what the map is called, but right off the bat you'll probably notice something very similar about it. You'll notice this big ring, this big like city going upwards in kind of like a ring shape. And then if you look at stasis here, you'll notice obviously it's cut off, but it's the same idea. It's a ring starting to go upwards, but in the Halo version it's cut off. It's exactly the same, but in the Call of Duty version it's obviously kind of like their own take on a Halo ring, I guess, if you want to compare it to that. It looks very similar. There's a lot of things going on that are kind of screaming we are trying to be Halo here, and I thought this was pretty weird. You know, it's kind of a direct ripoff of a massive part of the Halo franchise. You know, a Halo ring is very iconic, and for Call of Duty just to directly put this in their game, it's kind of a little bit weird. You know, I thought it was a little bit odd of them to do this, because obviously you want to think of your own ideas for your own game, but you know, they obviously liked this idea so much they decided to put it in their own game. Okay, so next up we have the Pelican, which is one of, if not the most kind of iconic Halo vehicle. It's between this and the Warthog in my opinion, but you'll be surprised to hear this is not Halo. This is a picture from a Call of Duty Infinite Warfare trailer, and then here is a picture of an actual Pelican from Halo. So you can see they're pretty much exactly the same. You know, the shape is the same, the coloring is pretty much the exact same, everything about them is very similar. And again, same with the map, same with the ring idea. You think, why would they not try and think of their own concept idea? I know it's very hard to think of a ship idea or ship design, but come on, you know, Halo is like your biggest competitor, your biggest rival in console FPS, and for you to directly take a vehicle design from that game, it's kind of a little bit weird. And the surprising thing is, this isn't the only case of them stealing a vehicle design, which you'll see in a little bit. I'll show you the other one in a minute. Alright, so next up here, this is the picture from Call of Duty Infinite Warfare of a guy holding what looks like a bomb, or like, I don't know, I'm going to call it a bomb because that's what it looks like. He's carrying a bomb, and you're probably thinking to yourself again, Nick, you know, I've seen this before. I've seen this in Halo. This looks very similar. So if we go over to a picture from Halo 5, you'll see he's also carrying a bomb. He's also in the middle of meleeing someone to death, but both very similar, both the same concept, both the same idea. So Call of Duty has obviously looked at Halo, looked at game modes, looked at things that worked in the game, and have tried to transition that into their own game, and one of them has been Bomb Assault, or whatever you want to call it. And Bomb Assault is one of my favorite game modes in Halo. It is very popular, I always enjoy playing it, so I'm going to guess that the developers of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare kind of researched Halo a bit, looked at what worked for it, and they found this, so they decided to throw it in their own game. And again, they're not only taking designs, they're not only taking ship and vehicle designs, they're also taking actual game modes from Halo and putting it in Infinite Warfare, which is making me think, not only is Call of Duty trying to go more into this future, but they're also running completely out of ideas for this future direction that they're going in, so they have to look at other futuristic FPS games like Halo, which is also very widely popular, and try and take some of those ideas and feed it into their own game, which is kind of weird. Kind of, you know, it's funny because a lot of people say, oh, Halo 5 is trying to be a COD ripoff with sprint and aim down sights, but now you see Infinite Warfare actually taking a lot of things from Halo and putting it into their own game. So that's one big thing I thought was quite funny from this whole similarity thing. You know, there's a whole argument between Halo trying to be COD, but now COD is that trying to be Halo, you know. It's, I don't even know what to say. Okay, so next up we have Call of Duty Infinite Warfare Mantis Edition. This is a Mantis in Call of Duty, and the Mantis is not the most popular vehicle. If anything, a lot of people dislike the Mantis. It can be very annoying to fight, but you know, I'm gonna guess the Call of Duty designers, developers, they looked at Halo, looked at what new stuff they were putting in, looked at new vehicles, and tried to implement that into their own game. Because this is one of the most unbelievable things, because it is so similar. Like, Everything else is really, really accurate. This one is like exactly the same, which is crazy. Like, it boggles my mind that they actually allowed this design to go through, because they obviously knew what they were doing whenever they were creating these assets, and you know, they had to go through a whole design process, you know, a balance process, and then someone had to make the actual asset for the game, and throughout all of that, not one person was like, do you not think this is a little bit too similar to Halo? Do you not think this will get a bit of backlash? You know, we're already a bit too far in the future. People are already complaining about it. Now we're becoming Halo, but in Call of Duty. So I don't know. It's crazy that they were allowing this to go through, and it has now made it into the full game. So that is pretty unbelievable. They also have a Mantis in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, which is just absolutely bananas. Okay, so next up we have a picture of one of my favorite Halo characters to ever live. It is George from Halo Reach. George is an absolute badass. He has huge armor, massive chain gun, looks like an absolute tank, and he's a sick character. He's really, really cool. But now if we flip over to Call of Duty, hey, is George, have you cheated on me? Have you moved to Call of Duty? That is also George, but in Call of Duty. Obviously, there's a little, you know, design difference, but they can't just rip the same model. So you can see the coloring is the same. He also has a chain gun. The visor is the same color. He is big, he's bulky, he's a tank-looking character. They have completely looked at George, looked at his complete design, looked at his character, and Call of Duty-ified that and put it in their own game. And so, yeah, I know I keep saying this is crazy, but my god, look at what they've done. They have literally looked at Halo, looked at vehicles, looked at game modes, looked at maps, looked at characters, and thrown that into their own game in their own way. And they've done it so obvious that they haven't even tried to hide it. They haven't even tried to hide the fact that they are stealing these ideas. They are copying these ideas from Halo, and it's so, I've never seen anything like this, especially in such a huge title like Call of Duty. You know, Call of Duty is known for being such a huge release every year, and for them to take all these ideas from another huge FPS game, it blows my mind. It is absolutely nuts to me that they would allow this to happen. Okay, so this next one is even weirder than everything else I've already showed you. So this is actually concept art that Infinite Warfare has also taken from Halo Reach. Halo Reach came out in 2010, so they went back quite a wee while to find this one. So they found this concept art. They probably thought, oh, this is really cool, we want this in our game. So in the Halo Reach version, you can see the Elite there holding his energy sword, about to stab that blue soldier with said sword. You know, he's gonna die. In the background, you see another soldier holding a chain gun, and then on the right, you see a guy holding his rifle, fighting off the Covenant. So if we switch over to the Infinite Warfare version, we see a red robot with a big blade, about to stab that poor blue soldier. He is 100% dead. On the left, we see, you know, the chain gun guy, can't leave him out. On the right, the guy with the rifle, fighting off the enemies. These two images are exactly the same, so I don't know if it was, you know, a nod to Halo Reach, an Easter egg to Halo, I don't know, but it is the exact same image. They've remade this exact same image in Infinite Warfare on top of everything else that they've already done. They've taken so many different designs, ideas, concepts from Halo and crammed them into this game. I've never seen a game of this stature take as many ideas from another huge FPS game. It's mind-boggling. Like, this is weird. Okay, so this last one is just another one, just to rub it in our faces, just to literally kick us to the ground after all those other ones and just rub our face in the dirt. So what we have here is a missile launcher from Call of Duty. In the bottom left, you'll see that its name is Spartan. So then here's a picture of the Halo 5 rocket launcher, and it is exactly the same. It is the same shape, the handles are the same, everything about them is spot on with each other. And it annoys me, and I know it shouldn't annoy me because, you know, it's just a game, but from all the people arguing that Halo is trying to become Call of Duty, you know, with Sprint and ADS and all that stuff being implemented, we are just another Call of Duty clone. Whereas you see Call of Duty themselves, the actual game that we are so-called copying, taking things from Halo and putting it into their own game, which is just so unbelievable. It is nuts. Like, it's crazy. It is crazy. I'm gonna get so many comments saying, wow, drink every time he says crazy or something like that. You'll be very drunk by the end of this video. But yeah, I just want to show you guys all these similarities between Infinite Warfare and Halo. It is absolutely bananas what they have done. I can't believe they put so much stuff into the game that is in Halo. It is I don't know. I just don't know what they were thinking. Their whole design team is probably going to get absolutely destroyed whenever this game releases. And who knows, maybe when the game comes out, we'll see even more Halo-related items. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw like a Spartan laser or like an energy sword or something like that. It'd be pretty cool, but at the same time, it should not be in their game. So let me know what your guys' thoughts and opinions on all this is in the comments down below. If you like this type of video where I talk about other games and Halo and all that kind of stuff, you know, it's quite fun to make. So if you enjoyed it, let me know down below. I'll be more than happy to do more stuff like this. But yeah, my name's Nick. Leave a like if you did enjoy. Make sure to check out Reflex in the description as well for finding all this stuff out, or this video would probably not exist. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye! Don't you dare steal our bubble shield.